Hey guys, and welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm Ray, and I'm glad you are tuning in today for this video. We are working on our raised beds. I've already got two of the large raised beds done. I'll walk over there and show you those in a minute. And right now I'm working on the small potato, onion, and garlic beds that I'm putting in. So what I'm working on right now is some cutting of the wood. So I will turn the camera around and just walk you through what I am doing. All right, here we go. All right, so here I have a 10-foot long board, and I want this new bed to be 3 feet deep. So I have already measured from the tip in 3 feet and drew a line. And then I've come in from this mark and come over 3 feet right there and made a mark for the next line. So we'll just line that up and then we'll mark that, okay? And then once I have those two lines marked, then I'm just gonna be using the chop saw and cutting them in half. So I'm gonna work on that and we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, next up I have a 2x4 on the workbench, and I've got to cut some corner bracing or some corner supports or legs, however you want to think about it, for the corners of this. And so I'll show you. The width of my board is 7 inches. So I'm going to come 7 inches in, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut these a foot. That way it'll give me plenty of stability to screw in the walls of the raised bed with this 2x4 going down into the ground to hold it in place. So all I'm going to do is make a mark right there. Make a mark. And I'm going to do this down a few more times. All right, so I used my square, marked my line, so I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to set the camera up and cut this board, and then we'll be ready to start assembling this thing. It's that quick. All right, guys, so it is another day. I've changed clothes. I just ran out of time yesterday. I had other stuff going on, so I wasn't able to finish my videoing yesterday. And today it is 70 degrees. It is warm and it is beautiful. So we're gonna finish this box today. I've got all those pieces cut out. I've got them over here where they're going. I'm gonna set the camera up and I'm just gonna let you watch me assemble this box, and we'll take it from there. So here we go. All right, so you saw me build the box, and then I dug out the dirt inside the box so that I wouldn't be digging. To me, it's easier to do it that way because otherwise you're gonna dig a big hole and then the box may not cover all the hole. So I just do it that way. It's easy peasy for me. Now, here's what I'm going to show you next is what I got to fill up the raised bed. Normally, it is much cheaper and better to get dirt or raised bed soil and compost in bulk. It's gonna be way cheaper. I didn't have time to get out to the place to get bulk, and I wanted to get this bed done. So I just went to the local big box and I picked up raised bed soil, compost, and manure that I'm gonna put in this bed to fill it up for right now. So here's what I got. Let me turn this camera around and I'll show you. So I've got the raised bed soil, the peat humus compost, and the cow manure and compost. So we're gonna get all this taken over and put in the raised bed. All right, so I've got that raised bed in the back finished. And I'm gonna show you the other ones that I've built first. Now, they are not finished in the sense that they're built, but I have not filled them up yet. Because like I said, what I'll be doing with them is going and getting a load of soil in bulk to do those. It's just economical, it's better that way. So I'll be working on that, but I wanted to show you these beds here and show you, kind of walk you through how I built them. Same way I built the other one, just on a bigger scale. So let me flip this camera around and we'll look at it. All right, so here's the first one. So they're pretty big. And it's the same construction. So I've got 2x4 supports on the corners and I've got my boards screwed in together, okay? Same here. 2x4 support, my boards. And you'll see the boards screw in together there. All right. We come down. I have a joint in the middle and a support beam to keep it the right distance apart. And then the same thing on the end. And what you'll notice is inside, these are all those branches I pruned off the hydrangea. If you've seen that video of pruning the hydrangea. Hay bales that we saved from fall decoration. And some compost that'll be, all of this will get filled in the bottom. So it will kind of act like mini Horticulture in the bottom with all the branches and sticks. And then we'll do the layer of straw. So it'll be like a layered Horticulture bed with super soil across the top. The other one, ignore the mess, is back here. So built the exact same way. This one, since it is deeper, I did go ahead and use 4x4s instead of 2x4s. Sorry, excuse the neighbor's dog. And this one I've already started filling up with all my leaf mulch and compost that'll go in the bottom of this bed. All right, so here is the finished product on this one. And this one is gonna hold potatoes, garlic, and onions. So it's just kind of tucked over here in the side, out of the way, but where I can still see it and get to it. So it's all filled up and ready to plant, which I will probably do here very quickly. All right, so this has just been one of those projects where I just kept getting interrupted, and editing has been interesting. But I hope that you have seen enough of it to know how I built my raised beds. Now, I didn't walk you step by step through how I built it. I mean, if you've seen boards being cut once, you've seen boards being cut enough. If you've seen holes being dug in the ground, so you get the point there. And I hope I showed you enough so that you could get the point, the basic idea, if you wanted to build some raised beds for yourself. Now, one of the things I wanted to address was that these raised beds are of all unpressure treated lumber. It will not last but a couple of years, and I know that. But the problem is that with pressure treated lumber, you take the risk of those chemicals leaching out into your soil and then your vegetables taking that chemical up with other things in the soil. And then you ingest those chemicals when you eat that produce. So that's why it's really not recommended to use pressure treated lumber. And you can go with anything to build raised beds. You can use metal panels or pallet wood or whatever you can get your hands on. I just liked this that I did. I think it looks nice. It's good thick boards that are gonna hold up for a while. So hopefully it'll do what I'm wanting it to do for at least 2 to 3 years. And that's all I can ask of it. So this raised bed project has come to an end. And if you have enjoyed it, I hope that you will go ahead and hit that thumbs up and like this video. That helps us out if you do that. And also ring that bell down there, and that'll tell you every time we post a new video. And as always, don't forget to also check us out on our Facebook page by the same name, Horticulture Geek. All right, so until I see you next time, I wish you all happy gardening.